All right, what's good, y'all? Time for some weekly Kinstretch. So this week, it's all about external rotation. So we're going to go through straight external rotation today. Just going to be in one base position, 90-90. So we'll be working on the front leg. So we will spend quite a bit of time on each side. Um, all we'll need today is really a yoga block, and if you do want a strap or something, because we will be doing some passive range holds, that might help. If you, I'll point out when, but if you have trouble reaching your foot in that position, a strap. But other than that, let's get nice and warmed up. All right. So start with some spinal segmentation. So here, starting at that one bar, nice and smooth. Well, we're just going to do one set, one max effort pills and rails today. With 3 sets total on each side, and save our effort for all of our active work. So like I said, this is just general, but a lot of the times with external rotation, people have a lot of passive range of motion, and just not as much active. So workspace is usually not the most important. Like I said, I am generalizing. Let's go 2 neck cars here. But with that in mind, I'm going to keep it much more active today. So apologies in advance, but it should be short and sweet. So not too long, but we're going to be nice and active after we get through our isometrics today. Okay, well, let's take it back the other way. Let's take a time. Well, you're traveling for the holidays, anything like that. Have your family join for some Kinstretch on the road. Okay, let's get right to our hips. We're gonna go 3, and then we're gonna do some hip action rotations. Okay, so use that block, bottom hand pulling, top hand punching. So 3 sideline for cars. Since this is going to be our focus today, hips. Just take a time, especially if these are your first cars of the day. Apologies for the inconsistency of times for the live. This week, with it being Christmas and the holidays, we are hosting Christmas Eve today, so I got some gumbo to cook after this. So thought I would get it done early. Last one here, and then you guys can have access to it for the rest of the time. Perfect. Okay, let's go hip axial. So up, back. Make that fist. Glue it to that knee or quad. Keep that hip where it's at, and we'll go a little external rotation or internal rotation back. External rotation forward. Straight back. Go 4 total. Forward. 2 more each. Internal rotation. External. And 1 more each. External. Perfect. Let's switch that thing up. So again, bottom hand pulling, top hand punching. Squeeze that ball behind that top knee. Pull tension in the bottom leg into the ground. Start bringing that knee up deflection, straight back, knee abductions, internal rotation, let that knee drop. Let's go straight back up. Slowly pull that knee back through. Two more. Again, just take your time here. Always want to think 1 mile per hour on your cars, if not slower. So you want to just do cars for a workout, which is beautiful. uh, but I would say, really take your time on them and exaggerate how slow you go. And I bet you'll feel that intensity and you'll want to get out of there sooner than later. If you slow it down at maybe 2 minutes for one car, 3 minutes for one car. Sounds crazy, but that's how you're going to truly hit that joint at its deepest level. Okay, let's hit hip axials here and get a really good articulation. So make that fist, glue that knee or quad. Let's go. Internal rotation, so foot goes back. External comes forward. 2 or 3 more. Internal rotation, straight back a little bit. External, forward. 2 more. Internal. External. 1 more each. Internal. External. And nice. Okay. Warm-up cars complete. So like I said, we're going to be in 90-90 today. So we're going to be working on that front leg. So here's 90-90. Front leg as close to 90 degrees as you can get it. Back leg just chilling. Okay. So to find that stretch here, you want to start nice and upright. Then we're going to hinge forward until you get a nice stretch in the outside of that glute. Okay. So this is, once you find that stretch, think like a little anterior tilt of the pelvis, and you should feel even deeper stretch of your glute. So what that means is think like you're pointing your belt buckle down towards the ground just a little bit, and try to keep that for this whole isometric series. Okay, so we're gonna go tails and rails. Then we're gonna go right to a kinetic stretch. We're gonna do some passive range holds and then some straight lift offs. Okay, so nice. We'll start that first light pails here. So pails are driving straight down into the ground. So take a big breath in, brace the core, start to get that knee and ankle nice and heavy. So 20% max effort. And just breathe that tension. Also think like you're slightly pushing the ground away. So this is nice and light. Just breathe, get it nice and warmed up before we go a bit harder. 10 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, now rails, you're trying to scoop that foot up. Oh, I guess I didn't mention that. Mention this. If this knee, if you are limited in external rotation, if this knee is up, then just grab a block or something of the sort to glue it there. It should give you a lot better feedback in your contractions. Okay, so rails, 3, 2, 1. Now you're trying to scoop the foot up. I would suggest giving yourself a little feedback, or you can put a weight or something there as well. So just scooping up into my hand very lightly, feeling that inner thigh nice and contracted. Just breathe and hold that tension best you can. And you're scooping the foot up. The outside of that leg is nice and glued. Keep that light tension for 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, see if you can sink a little bit deeper here. Couple recovery breaths. We're going to go to about 60, 70% max effort for 15 seconds. And our last one will be max safest effort. We'll go into our active series. Okay, so here we go. Big inhale. Brace the core. Start to drive that knee and ankle nice and heavy. 20% max effort. Things like you're pushing the ground away from you. Double that tension. 40. Bit harder. 60. Maybe a little harder. 70. And hold. For that good contraction on the outside of that glute. Pushing the ground away for 10 seconds. Keep breathing. Keep driving. We got 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Rails. 3, 2, 1. I'm trying to scoop that foot up into the hand and hold that tension. Really try to get that inner thigh nice and fired up. Keep rotating up for 10 seconds. Keep that tension. Keep scooping. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. So remember, less is more, is always more on rails. Okay, so if you have trouble feeling what you're trying to feel, see if you can hinge a little bit deeper for this last set. If you have trouble feeling what you're trying to feel in your rails, just do less. It sounds weird, but I guarantee you'll feel your contraction more if you try less intensity on rails. Okay, so we're gonna go max safest effort here. Here we go. So big breath in, trap that air in the belly, and we're gonna start to drive that knee and ankle down, push the ground away, 20% max effort. 40. Whole body's pushing now. 60. Keep driving. 80. Max safest effort. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Rails. 2, 1. Try to scoop the foot up to the hand and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly. Okay, so now we're going to go right into a kinetic stretch. Okay, so you're staying at the end range. Feel free to keep the hand on the ground the whole time. But if you do want a little more intensity, you can take the hand off the ground for this whole series. Okay, so we're going to go 5 reps, each one about 40, 50% max effort. So start with your pales contraction. Drive that knee and ankle down. Keep the tension. Pull yourself back up to the top. And now rails, try to scoop the foot up. Keep the tension. Pull yourself down to the end range. Okay? Pales, driving to the ground. Pull yourself up. Rails, try to scoop the foot. Slowly pull yourself down. 3 more. Push the ground away. Pull yourself back up to the top, or I guess push yourself up to the top. Try to scoop the foot. Hinge forward. Keep the chest big. 2 more. Drive pales, knee and ankle heavy. Push yourself up. Constant tension on the glute. Try to scoop the foot off the ground. Keep that tension. Hinge forward. 1 more. Push that ground away. Pull yourself back up. Scoop the foot. Hinge, hinge, and relax. Okay, so I know a lot of people's foot gets a little numb in this position, so you have to take a second and shake it out. Feel free. Okay, we're going to get back into it. Take your time. I'll give you all a second. Let's pause this as well if you're not live. Okay, so we're going to go passive range holds and then lift offs. So this is when, if you can't reach your foot, then grab a strap or something, wrap it around your foot, so then you can actively pull it up. Okay? So we're gonna go 3 reps of each, 10-second hold on each. All right. So you want to get to a spot where you can rotate this up. Okay, so this is called your kickstand. If you want to come here, here's I'm gonna make it a little easier. You can go all the way to the ground. You can also post this leg up, and that should make it a lot easier. Okay. So you just want to be at a spot where you can ideally lift up a little bit. We're gonna first start with these passive range of moves. Okay, so do your best to keep this outside move the whole time, even if it's up on the block, that's just fine. Okay, so you're gonna relax. You're gonna pull that foot up as much as you can. Okay, now you're gonna ramp tension through the whole body. Try to scoop the foot away from the hand. Let the hand loose. Don't let the foot drop and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. 2 more like that. Make sure everything else in your body is really glued to the ground, helping you keep that tension. So relax. Scoop that hand, scoop the foot away from the hand. Keep the tension, let the hand loose, don't let the foot drop. Hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. Don't rush this part. Eccentric's very important here. Last one. Relax. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Let the hand loose. Keep that tension and hold the foot up there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. Okay, now we have 3 active reps, each one 10-second hold. So it's the same position, ramp tension. Think like you're sliding the foot down, scooping the foot up, and you're nice and active, fighting for as much as you can for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control. 2 more. Good tension, scoop, lift, fight for as much as you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Last one here. Tension, tension, scoop, fight for as much as you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Whew. Okay. We got one side down. So let's just do some hip cars here. Just go 2. That same side lying position is perfect for today. So again, bottom hand pulling, top hand punching. Slowly come up. Back. Rotate. This is where you should feel a nice little difference here. We're coming back to external rotation. All the way back up to your flexion. Yeah, that's pretty good. Once more. Drop, internally rotate. Straight back. Control that thing. All the way back to the nice. Okay, one side down. Switch it up, match the other side. Okay, so again, we're being right in 90-90. See, one side might feel a little different than the other. It's just fine. Just get nice and situated. Again, this knee is up. Put like a block or something in. Because my left internal rotation is a bit more limited, this feels a little bit harder. So if you want, you can also sit up on the block as well, at least for your isometrics. But when we do the active work, if you are, I would just suggest coming to the ground and using that kickstand to get out of your max range of motion. Okay, so here we go. Find the in range. Remember, you're nice and upright. Interior tilt of the pelvis. and then hinge forward until we get that stretch in the outside of the glute. Okay, so we'll start with our first light pales contraction. So let's take a big breath in, brace the core, start to drive that knee and ankle down into the ground, slightly pushing the ground away, about 20% max out here. Just nice and light, keep that tension for that slight contraction to that glute groin area. Just keep pushing for 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Okay, baby rails. 3, 2, 1. Try to scoop that foot up into the hand, or if you have a plate or something on your foot, anything, help with a little feedback. I've learned these can be kind of hard to get your rails contraction in this external rotation setup. So again, less is more. Just keep that tension, about 10 more seconds. Scooping that foot up into the hand, using those inner thighs for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. Okay, see if you can sink just a little deeper here. Now we're going to go to about 60, 70% max effort, about 15 seconds. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a quick breath in. Trap that air in the belly. Start to get that knee and ankle nice and heavy, 20% max effort. Double that tension, 40. Let's keep ramping, whole body, 60. A little bit harder, 70, and hold. Down, trying to push the ground away with that front leg. Keep the tension through the whole body. Breathe and keep driving. We got 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, rails. 2, 1. Try to scoop that foot up into that top hand and hold. Rails contraction can honestly be exactly the same, if not a little less than that first set. Keep driving, keep rotating. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. A lot of the times, if you try too hard on rails, then you're going to start to compensate and move from somewhere where you don't need to. A lot of times, if we're doing hips, it's going to be your low back or your knee or something. So I always like to cue less is more. Okay, so let's see if we can get our biggest hinge of the day here. We're going to go to max effort, and then we'll go right to our kinetic stretch from that last. So, all right, here we go. So big breath in. Brace up. Here we go. Knee and ankle heavy. Pushing the ground away. 20% max effort. 40. 60. Whole body. 80. Here we go. Back safest effort. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Rails. 2, 1. Try to scoop that foot up to that top hand and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly relax. Okay, let's go right to that kinetic stretch. Remember, you can keep the hand on the ground. If you want some more difficulty, hands off the ground. So starting at the end range, 50% max effort pales. Drive the knee and ankle down. Slowly pull your upper body back up the whole time you're driving that knee and ankle. And now try to scoop that foot up off the ground. Hold that tension. Slowly pull yourself down to your end range. 4 more. Knee and ankle heavy. Push that ground away. Scoop that foot up. Try to hold that tension, pull yourself down to the in range. More, push the ground away, 50% max effort, drive yourself up to the top. Scoot that foot up, pull yourself down. 2 more, push that ground away, drive your upper body back up to the top. Scoot the foot up. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Each time trying to get a little bit more range of motion. Last one, drive that ground down and away. Pull yourself up to the top. Try to scoop the foot off the ground. Keep the tension. Hinge all the way down. Okay, so again, you got to take a second here. Feel free. Check that thing out. Feel that foot getting numb. Might be a little tingling. Okay, so now we're gonna get to that spot where you can lift up a little bit. Okay, you guys can see it. Okay, scoop. We're gonna start with these passive range holds. Okay, so again, if you need to like post this leg up on this side, I'll make it a little easier. The more down here you are, you can even be laying. That's gonna make it super easy. Easier, excuse me. Okay, so find that spot, that sweet spot where you can lift up maybe half an inch to 1 inch. You're gonna relax that foot. You're gonna rotate it up as much as you can. So I'm ramping tension through my whole body, trying to scoop the foot away from the hand, let the hand loose, try not to let the foot fall and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control the eccentric down. So remember when I'm saying ramping, you're driving everything else into the ground, fist, elbow, that back knee to help keep that tension. So it makes it easier to hold that foot up. Okay. So 2 more. Relax. Ramp, ramp, ramp. Try to scoop away from that hand. Let the hand loose. Don't let the foot fall and hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. Last one here. Let's pull that foot up. Okay, here we go. Ramp, ramp. Try to scoop away from that hand. Let the hand loose. Don't let that foot fall. Hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. Woo. Okay, 3 active reps, 10-second hold each. Home stretch. Okay, so ramp that same tension. Think like you're sliding that foot down, scooping the foot up. Fight for as much as you can for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. 2 more. Tension. Slide and scoop. Lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Here we go. Good tension. Scoop. Fight, fight, fight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And relax. Okay, let's end with these 2 cars. That's a wrap for today. Short and sweet. Okay, so again, bottom hand pulling, top hand punching. And let's start to pull up. Back. Rotate. Straight back up. Back through. So here. straight like that. All the way. Nice. That's a wrap, y'all. So I will preface next week. I'll be out of town, so won't be hosting live Kinstretch, but I'll pre-record one and upload it that day, so y'all still get that work in. But yeah, appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all soon.